Thanks very much to everyone for the support this week. Incredible, going to 358 subscribers when I looked this morning, I think. That's really fantastic, and I really appreciate it. It's spurring me on to do more and more videos. I've got tons in the pipeline, but keep giving me your ideas, because I'm happy to slot in your ideas and leave mine to be filmed a bit later. So anyway, let's get on with it. He did tell me that 51 centimeters very roughly 20 inches was the maximum width he had between the bed and his hanging wardrobe. So just checking, we're about 40 width, no problem at all. So this is the sort of problem I'm finding with some of the pallets. Not very pretty. I am going to sort that out with either epoxy or leave it as it is and make it a feature, or I don't know. But it's about using pallet wood, and that's what he wants, because that's how we made the bed. So I'm not going to start. I wanted good wood, but knots and chips like this that sort of make it look like it's proper pallet furniture that's been thrown together is sort of what we're trying to do, but in a good way. So as I say, I just need to joint the sides and size these up properly. So we have 6 that are the same length as obviously the sides. We have 3 that are longer, that's for the top. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just doing this so you sort of know where I'm coming from. And then 3 here for the sides. And then these are the backs. The one he showed me didn't have a back, but I wanted to make it a bit more solid. So what I've done is I've cut these already shorter. All of this is a bit too long, but just by a couple of mil. But I've cut these shorter so that the top can sit on top of the back. And then, as I say, with battens, I'll secure the rest of the top. But I didn't want everything to have the same height back and the sides, and then just put a top on it. I thought it would look better if the top was sitting on the back rather than everything being the same height. Let's get this framing together. So guys, I'm going to get out of frame and just sort of show you me working this through. It's really simple, but I think it's worth watching the whole thing if we're doing a step by step. So here we go for framing. Right guys, once again I'm leaning down or whatever, trying to get there. So the zipper, I used it in the last episode of the bedside table. I'm going to use it in this one. I'm not going to go over anything about the zipper, good or bad or anything else, until I review it. Once again, that will be my review, no one else's opinion. Looking pretty good so far. So what I've done here is I've just got the bed slightly lower on the right hand side by presenting one of the pieces that we're going to be jointing the edge of. So and just dropped it down, I would say probably 1 millimeter. We'll give that a go and see how we're doing. We're fortunate that we're starting with flat surfaces, sides. No, we're not, because this is an edge. So flat surfaces, and these being flat. Once we've done these, we're pretty much there as far as just needing to sand goes. Once this process is over, it's just cutting the boards to length, and then cutting the frame, which will be out of this piece. I think I cut in episode 1. Again, mahogany pallet, cut down, and this is what's going to be used as the frame to join all the pieces together. So follow on as we hopefully don't lose any fingers, bearing in mind the extreme fatigue, etc. Not that I'm going on about it. So all sides jointed. Looking pretty cool. Baby skin smooth. Really impressive. Did you ever hear of anyone who said, I can't hear without my glasses on? I thought that was true just now. I had these on, I put my glasses on, and I could hear better. Then I realised the glasses slightly opened these up. Anyway, it's one of those days. I think I'm going to biscuit joint these because I haven't done that before. So here we go. Guys, before we biscuit joint the sides for the bedside table, we need to make the frame. I forgot that. It is one of those days. So, on with the framing. We've jointed our batten, ready to go with sizing all the pieces lengthwise. We've done the width by while we were using the jointer, so it's just the length of each board and fitting this to the frame, or making a frame of it to pull everything together. Then we'll be biscuit jointing. So guys, hi, it's the day after the puppy arrival. If you're watching this fourth episode in the bedside table step-by-step build. As you may know, if you are watching them in order, things have been pretty difficult this weekend as far as remembering to charge things, remembering microphones. So hopefully the sound's okay now, and hopefully I can record for more than 10 seconds without the memory being full. A lot going on in the house at the moment, so it's a bit difficult to get out here this weekend, but we must soldier on and try and get some more parts done here so that we can complete episode 4, get that edited and online. Wouldn't want to not put out a video this weekend, so hopefully that's what we're doing.
Explain this. Turn you around
so we jointed the edges yesterday, but that's when the battery ran out. So the memory was full. So I think I filmed one of them. Obviously, I did all of them. 20mm thick, 13mm wide, and 3 different lengths. And I just wanted to go over what you missed in between episodes because of the memory issue, and that was simply 3 different lengths. So the back is 1 length, the top is 1 length, and the left and right sides is a 3rd length. From memory, 385, 345 and 325 is the back, so 20mm just to sit the top on. So having those 3 lengths and making these a bit larger than they needed to be, I just used the crosscut sled, which, as I said recently, I need to build a new one anyway because I sort of killed it, but it's still working for this. The stop block and any clamp, measured out those 3 measurements, and then made sure that each time I was putting one of these panels up to the block, I was then getting that 385, 345 or 325, depending on which panel I was putting through. So we've got the right sizes, and I can't remember if I recorded yesterday. I'm feeling better today, but not so fantastic. I think I said in the last part, but if I did not, here we go, that I'm going to use the biscuit jointer for the first time. Not because they really need it, they're jointed. I think glue and clamps would be fine, but why not? I don't really think they need biscuits, especially not this small. But as I say, I've never done it, and if I'm learning, you guys might have not done it, and you might be learning too with me, which is the idea, or at least one of them, so that'd be great. So I did want to say, clearly I don't have plans for this because I'm making up as I'm going along, but sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. If anyone ever wants to know anything in more detail, please put it in the comments and I'll get back to you directly, as I have done with every message so far. No problem with that at all. I just don't do plans for everything, so more than happy to give anyone any detail of anything I'm doing, but I'm not going to put plans out for everything because I don't make plans for everything. So without further ado, these are the right length. It's all about putting the frame together now, biscuit jointing. So my idea, and again I haven't seen a biscuit jointer work on a video for a very long time, and I certainly haven't used it myself. So my special Aldi biscuit joint is going to come into the fore here. I'm just going to put one in the middle of each piece where need be. Mark the centres so that I can line the biscuit jointer up, and then put a 20, I think they're 20 mil, no they're not, they're biscuit size 20s in the middle, and then glue and clamp the panels together. Then once that's done, I can secure the frame on the inside, and then complete the bedside table build, which of course I will film, memory permitting. I don't know whether I'm going to complete in this episode. Probably not. Probably one more after that, and then sand and finish. So I like the thought of keeping a video really short, and I do a lot of editing to try and keep them short. But then sometimes I think it's nice to have a few different parts or episodes to look back on if someone was following it step by step. And as I say, anything I missed, anything I got wrong, anything I got right, it doesn't matter. Comment, and please share, like, hit the notification bell. There's a great, fantastic number of subscribers now, but I'm seeing the people don't seem to know when there's a new video coming out. So please hit that notification bell, and you'll know immediately when there's a new video or a new part to a series or whatever. And I'll try and keep a series going as well as individual videos coming out. So without further ado, let's crack on. After a bit of sawdust and coffee, of course. Okay guys, so biscuit jointers. I have a sort of first time use video to film next week. So hopefully within 10 days that'll be on the channel, and that's just basically the unboxing and sort of using the biscuit jointer for the first time, which seems weird because that's next week, and here I am about to talk about the biscuit jointer I'm about to use, but it's a friend who's just bought a biscuit jointer who's going to be opening and unboxing for the first time, so that we can discuss that, use it for the first time, and see what's going on. I've never used mine. I've seen it demonstrated by a buddy. So if you don't know anything about biscuit jointers, there's a centre line, there's a blade here, looks about 2 inches from the centre, and basically that round blade is going to move forward into the piece. So if the piece, let me show you this way. If the piece is the piece would be blocked down by clamps, and then we would push the biscuit jointer blade through into the edge, into the middle, and then create an oval shape, because obviously the blade is round, and then we will put a biscuit in. So we have a guide on the side for the size of biscuit we're using. And also the size of the piece we're not for the brand, but for the gauges, the size of the thickness of the piece we're actually jointing. So I'm going to do that now. So guys, I have all my sides, 6 sides laid out here, and I'm just measuring because the length is 345 millimeters. So I'm just working out 172.5 is going to be the center line. So clamping it down good and solid, remembering to leave, this is a huge biscuit jointer, not that it's particularly powerful, but that's Aldi for you, although it works. So remembering to leave enough space between the clamps, obviously, to fit whatever size biscuit jointer you've got. Don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch all of them. So just lining that red line up on the line we just made. We've also got a slight little gouge looking straight down, so we can line both of those up. And then as I press the trigger, I'm just going to push with my right hand forwards once I'm up to speed. And there's what we have. Now, you don't have to, I noticed that I wasn't set straight in the middle. That's fine. It's probably better if it's in the middle. As I said, I haven't used it before. I'm using it live for the first time with you guys. But obviously, as long as you know which way around your sides are going to be, then you're getting the strength from the joint, whether it's central or not. It doesn't matter as long as they're the same way up. Forgot to film that part, but here's the second one. And I think you'll see what I mean if I've confused you right the way through this. So if I've got both the ups upward, so I've got my lines on each one, so I know that that's the top. So, you know, I know they will line up because even though my biscuit joint wasn't in the middle of the thickness, the pairing is the same. So I discussed this in the last episode. I'm keeping it, and I'll probably put it on the inside or sort something out. So there we go. So I'm going to do the others, and I'll see you on the other side of that. So guys, I'm not filming this whole process because I'm just putting the same biscuits in the sides of the pieces. But I thought it was worth noting that I'm measuring 19 on these. These are 380, so I'm measuring 50 halfway, and I'm just using a square to make sure that I'm making a line for each point. So there's a biscuit going in here, as you can see, and there's a biscuit going in here. And I don't want those left or rights to move. So rather than just marking 19 here and 19 here, I'm just checking with a square that I didn't make a mistake because they really need to line up. Now I'll see you on the other side. So of course, guys, I sped that up, but it was really, really quick. And I think that's great. Not only have we had the zipper yesterday that was really great for surfacing, jointing, I should say, and thicknessing. It's a bit of a miracle really when you've been working with planes and you just want to speed up something. It was a bit of a shock how good it was. And same thing here, I haven't used the biscuit jointer before, but we'll see how it glues up. But as long as it glues up fine, that was really, really fast. And of course, a stronger joint. Maybe we didn't need a stronger joint for this bedside table. It's a bedside table, it's for, you know, cups of coffee and chargers and phone chargers and stuff, but no one's going to be sitting on it, so maybe it's not needed, but it was worth a try, and it's an extra option in the bag for making something next time. I'll know how to set up the biscuit jointer and how to use it. And I think if it was something that needed to be stronger, then I would have put 2 biscuits along the edge and not just one. But this was more of a, not a gimmick, but just to try it out, and why not give it a bit of extra strength and show you guys what it's like guessing your way through a biscuit jointer for the first time. So now really it's about gluing up and putting all this together, putting the frame inside. So let's get on with that. There we go, guys. I haven't yet clamped this together obviously, but looking pretty good. Don't forget the middle one needs a hole each side. What an idiot. Right guys, that's the 2 sides done. So the top and the back. So guys, the back is done. When I say done, this is just dry fit. I haven't decided what's actually going where yet. As far as pencil lines go, it doesn't matter, they'll be sanded off. And here's the top. I'm gonna have to put it in this way just for now. So the reason you can see a gap there is because that's where the top's going to sit and these two sides will be further out. Turns out it didn't balance very well anyway. So my point was, I need to glue them, put them together properly, and I'll show you what that looks like. Before that, I'm just going to give them a quick sand, get these pencil lines off and everything, and then give it a final sand once it's all together. And as I said at the end of episode 3, I've made these 3 battens that will just sit inside the top of the end and hold everything together. So here we go, guys, for the glue up. Plenty of glue. No point in over tightening. This wood needs to be touching, squeezing out the glue, but it does not need to be bending. So just check for square, check this is all flat, but there's literally no point in tightening to a point where the clamps are actually undermining what you've done. So guys, last of the 3 panels here, not glued yet, just about to glue them up and use the big gun clamps because I'm running out for this particular size. I only had 6 and there's obviously 4 panels, so it's going to look a bit overkill, but anyway, I'm really pleased with these, got them quite recently. Don't work. No, they do. Absolutely fantastic, very bulky, very strong. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of overkill, but once I've got this glued in there, that's it for today, and sanding and framing will have to be episode 5, I think. Well, I said it would be overkill, guys, and it is overkill with these clamps, but that's all I've got for this size, and I hadn't used them yet, so that's a good thing. Take the glue off. Don't want that on your clamps, and you don't want to have to take excess glue off afterwards. Same thing. This also protects the clamps. You don't particularly want that glue all over the place. And of course, if you're doing something with a massive amount of glue, you can even cover the clamps with plastic or whatever, tape. Right guys, that's definitely it this time. Sanding next time, putting the frame on, and then finishing. Cheers guys. Don't forget sawdust and coffee. What makes it even nicer is when it's stone cold and it's got sawdust in. Cheers.